Hi, welcome to Learn with FOSS video series. I am Laksiru from SLIIT FOSS community, and this is the very first video of Learn with FOSS video series on computer networks module. In this video series, I will be covering all the important topics of the computer networks module. So let's get going. As this is the very first video of this video series, I will be talking about Cisco Packet Tracer software, which will be important for you guys to get going with this module. You will also have a practical exam with this Cisco Packet Tracer software at the end of this semester. For that, I have planned to start this video series with Cisco Packet Tracer. So first I will show you how to install Cisco Packet Tracer on your PC. To install Cisco Packet Tracer on your PC, you can download it from Cisco's NetAhead online learning platform. So let's see how we can install it. Here in the very first link, you can go to the course about Cisco Packet Tracer on NetAhead. Here you can, this is the Cisco Packet Tracer module in the Cisco NetAhead online learning platform. From signing up to this course, you can download Cisco Packet Tracer. I have already downloaded the Cisco Packet Tracer, so let's see how we can install it. Okay, here I have this Cisco Packet Tracer set up, so let's see how we can install it. By the time of this video recording, 8.0 version is the latest version of Cisco Packet Tracer. Okay, we have installed Cisco Packet Tracer. So let's open it. So this is how it will be opened. Here you can even signing up. If you have an account on Cisco NetAhead, you can log into this Cisco Packet Tracer software, so you will have an unlimited number of savings. If you don't have an account, it's nothing to worry about, but you will only have 3 saving chances. So let's open it. So this is the Cisco Packet Tracer software. If you have an account on Cisco NetAhead, you can even log into this software and have some premium features. If you don't have an account, it's nothing to worry about, but if you have completed the Cisco IT Essentials program in the orientation period, you'll probably have a Cisco NetAhead account. So let's see what is this software. So this is network simulation software by Cisco. So here you can create and see how this network will be work if you are creating it for real. So here you can have all the networking devices such as switches, routers, hubs. I'll explain these devices to you guys. And here you have the end devices. End devices means the devices we are using to communicate from our end, like computers, mobile phones, laptops, everything else. And here you have all the connections. These connections are like Wi-Fi, could be some type of cables, or a wireless connection also. Here you can choose all those connections. These three are the main 3 components of this software we will be using to create and simulate these networks in this software. So let's create. So let me create a simple network and show you how we can create a network. So first of all, I will get 2 PCs. So here you can see all the end devices. We have PCs, laptops, servers, here IP phones. We have also, I think, smartphones also. Yeah. So I will get 2 PCs and I'll connect them. So I'll explain this deep stuff later, but as these are two similar devices, we have to use crossover cables, as you have learned in the ICS module in the first year. So this is the crossover cable, as you can see here. So I am getting crossover cable and connecting to the fast Ethernet port of this PC and this PC. So just by connecting these computers, the network won't work sometimes, actually most of the times, because we have to configure the network connection. So for those, all the configurations we are done from these computers, or whatever the network devices we are placing here, we have to click on the device and we can configure it from this window. So here you can see the physical configurations, or like here you can control the network interfaces cards or whatever. Like you can power on and power off. Here you can power on and power off the computer, and we can add network interface cards. If we are doing something physically related to this computer, like removing a network interface card and replacing a new one or something like that, we have to turn off the computer first. Then we can remove this is the network interface card of this PC. So I can remove this and I can add a network interface card. So earlier it was, I think, so here are the modules you can add to this PC. So if you can see here, this is the, like if you hold this module and click on it, you can see what is this module is about. So this is a fast Ethernet interface. So this is the gigabit Ethernet interface. So these are copper. If it's like 1C FE, it means 1 copper fast Ethernet. If it's 1C GE, it's 1 copper gigabit Ethernet. And if it's 1 FFE, it's 1 fiber fast Ethernet, like that. So this is 1 fiber gigabit Ethernet. So I'm gonna add a 1 copper gigabit Ethernet. So like we can drag and drop here. So now this PC is equipped with the 1 copper gigabit Ethernet port, and we can turn on the PC. So these are the physical configurations we can run on these network devices. This is not only limited to the PCs, we can even do this to the network devices like switches, routers, you name it. So here we can do the software related network configurations, such as assigning IP addresses, assigning subnet masks, that kind of things. But this is sometimes not, we can get everything done from this. So in that case, we can even use this window as a graphical interface to the computer. Like here we can do the IP configurations just like we are doing in a normal computer, a real world computer. And here we can have in if you take a device like a router or a switch. So I have selected network devices and I'm taking a router. So here you can have a set of routers for your selection, and I'm taking this PT router. PT router means packet tracer router. It's not actually in the real world, but they have created a packet tracer router, a router named packet tracer router, just for this simulation purposes. So here you can just click on it and open this window, and here you can change these modules. I'll show you how we can change the module on this router. First we have to turn off the router, and if I want to add a new module once while these modules are here, I am adding 1 fiber gigabit Ethernet, just dragging it and drop to this one of these free slots. So it's added. If I want to remove this is the serial port, I think. Yeah, one is it's serial port. So if I want to remove it, just take it from there and put it somewhere else. So it removes, and we have to turn on the router again to working on it. So when you change, okay, so it says it's still booting, so we have to wait until it boots completely to configure the changes. Okay, now it's not booting. So it asks, do you need to configure the dialog? It's by default it's no. Like if you go with yes, it will be a mess. Like you will have to configure much things there. So here you can do the basic configurations like I told earlier. But if you want to dig deeper with the configurations, you have to go with the CLI. In this module, at the end of the semester, as I told earlier, you guys will have and practical exam. In that exam you will probably need to use this CLI. So most of the times you can just go with this CLI, like you can just press on click on the device and go to the CLI tab and work on this. But sometimes this CLI tab and these configuration tabs are locked, so you can't do anything with it. You can't even open this window. So in that cases you will have to connect a PC to this router from like a serial cable, and you have to configure that router via that PC. I will come to that in a later video. So that's it about the packet tracer, and let's meet with another video. Thank you for watching. Okay, now let's see how we can configure a device. So as an example, I will take a PT router from here, and okay, so as I told earlier in this video, there we can go to this config tab, and okay, we have to wait. Okay, so from here we can make the basic configurations about these interfaces and everything. But if you want to go into deeper configurations, we have to go to this CLI tab and make the configurations. So in this case it's already inside the configuration mode. So let me take you to the beginning. Okay, so this is how this is how the terminal will be appeared when you trying to configure router. This is also same in switch also. So from here we call this is the very basic configuration mode. Actually this is not a configuration mode. We can only use this to check some information, like we can use this to ping to another, like by here. So here you can see what are the commands you can run on this level. So you can SSH, ping, this kind of stuff. So if you want to go for the configurations, you have to go beyond from this level. So to go beyond from this level, we have to go to privilege mode. So to go to privilege mode, we have to enable the privilege commands. So we have to type enable. So by typing the command enable, we can go to the privilege mode. So there this prompt will be changed to a hash mark. Earlier it was a greater than mark. In this privilege mode it's a hash mark. So from here there's also we can also do the listing of these existing configurations. Like we can see what are the existing configurations on the device. Like we can use commands like these, like copy, list, show. Like to view the existing configuration, we mostly use show command, like show, and we can see the IP addresses, everything. We can check basically everything what we have done to this configurations. We can check them on here. So but if you want to change any configuration, we have to go to the global configurations mode. To go to the global configuration mode, we have to type as we have to make this prompt into the configurations mode. Go to the configurations mode. We have to type configure terminal. In short, we type config T. Basically both are same. So when you go to the global configurations mode, you can see this config term in this the terminal prompt. So here the reason we calling this as global configuration mode, because we can change multiple types of configurations here. Like we can configure interfaces, we can configure authentication, and we can configure much things. Here we can see what are the things we can configure here. Okay, now let's see how we can configure a device. So as an example, I will take a PT router from here, and okay, so as I told earlier in this video, there we can go to this config tab, and okay, we have to wait. Okay, so from here we can make the basic configurations about these interfaces and everything. but if you want to go into deeper configurations, we have to go to the CLI tab and make the configuration. So in this case it's already inside the configuration mode. So let me take you to the beginning. Okay, so this is how this is how the terminal will be appeared when you trying to configure router. This is also same in switch also. So from here we call this is the very basic configuration mode. Actually this is not a configuration mode. We can only use this to check some information, like we can use this to ping to another, like by here. So here you can see what are the commands you can run on this level. So you can SSH, ping, this kind of stuff. So if you want to go for the configurations, you have to go beyond from this level. So to go beyond from this level, we have to go to privilege mode. So to go to privilege mode, we have to enable the privilege commands. So we have to type enable. So by typing the command enable, we can go to the privilege mode. So there this prompt will be changed to a hash mark. Earlier it was a greater than mark. In this privilege mode, it's a hash mark. So from here, there's also we can also do the listing of these existing configurations. Like we can see what are the existing configurations on the device. Like we can use commands like these, like copy, list, show. Like to view the existing configuration, we mostly use show command, like show, and like we can see the IP addresses, everything. We can check basically everything what we have done to this configurations. We can check them on here. So but if you want to change any configuration, we have to go to the global configurations mode. Here we can see what are the things we can configure using this global configuration mode. We can configuration authentication, authorization, accounting. Then we can configuration these encryption modules. We can also configuration. We can also do configurations on routing and everything. So this this no command is to invert a configuration. Like if we have already done a configuration and we want to cancel it, we have to add no to the beginning of that very same command and execute it. Then that command will be cancelled. So that's about the configurations we can done on these routers, and it's almost same in switches also. Here I am taking a PET switch, and if you go inside, here we have CLI. You have to wait a minute, it's still loading. Okay, so in switch also we have this the basic mode. There we can do some simple things like pinging, listing system configuration, existing system configuration, and so on. So to go to the next level, that privilege mode, we have to run the enable command, same as in the router. So enable. So here we have some like here also we can list the existing configuration, and we can do some configurations, but those are not much. Okay, now let's see about switch. So switch is also like same as the router when it comes to configurations in packet traces. So we can just go to the CLI tab and do the configurations. Here also we have this basic mode, and to go to the global configuration mode, we have to do the same steps. We have to go to the privilege mode by executing enable command, and then we have to go to the global configuration mode by config t or configure terminal command. Config t is the short form. So there we can do the relevant configuration just same as we did in router. So as I told early in this video, sometimes this window is locked, so you can't just configure these configurations through this window, this tab, or this. We can't even access this CLI from this window. Uh, in those cases, sometimes we can't even do this module detaching and attaching to the device also. So in that cases, we have only one method. We have two methods to do the configurations. That those two are the methods we do in real life. Like we can just open this and type these commands in this packet tracer, but in real life we can't do that. So in real life we use two methods to configure these devices. One method is using console cable. So in these devices there's a console port. Here if I zoom in, so here you can see a console port. It's in a router also, you can see a console port. Yeah, here it's so using this console port we can configure these routers. So in this case we have to use a special cable. So let me show you how to connect that. So we have to connect this device, one of these devices, to a computer. So I'm taking a PC, okay, and we have to use a special cable. So this is that cable, console cable. You can see in the here it's console cable. So you have to get the console cable and plug it to the console port of the device, and here you have to plug it to the RS232 port. So then you can access the CLI of this device through this PC. So you have to go to the PC, and there you have to go to desktop. Then you have this terminal option, terminal icon. There you can configure this. These are the default terminal configurations. You have to just press OK, and you have access to the terminal of this device. So as an example, here the host name of this router is router here. So as an example, this device is already in global configuration mode. So I will change the host name of the device to something else. Like I will change this to CN. Okay. So like if you don't know how the command works, you can just press the question mark. So when you press the question mark, you can see what are the potential keywords that can come to that place. So in here we haven't typed anything, so when I press question mark, I can see what are the commands that I can type here. So in this case we need to change the host name. So I am going with this host name, set host systems network name command. So host name. Then I don't know what is the next argument to this command. So I press again this question mark. So then you can see next will be a word, and this will be the system's network name. So that means when we type host name and then we have to enter a word, and that word will be the host name of this device. So I am type CN as the host name and enter. This host name change. And now if I show you from here, see, you can see it has been changed. Same with switch also. We can use a PC can only have one RS232 ports. So I have to either remove this cable and connect to this, or use another separate device. I'll use the same device so you can get an idea about how to remove this cable. You can remove this. So this is how you can go to this press this delete button and click on the item you want to delete. You can even delete the device also. So here I am going to show you how to connect this switch to the PC. So I connect this switch console port to this PC's RS232 port. So they are same as in the router. I am going to terminal, and these are the default configuration. You don't need to change them, and go here and you can change the configuration. Here also I am going to make the same configuration change CN switch. Here I change it to CN switch, and if you go here to this, here you can see it has been changed. That's the first method. You can use the console cable to change the configurations. That's the very basic method we use to change the configuration. So if we take a brand new switch, it has not been configured earlier, so we have to just plug the console cable and configure it. So in most of the times we have to configure these devices when it's in use. So sometimes these could be in somewhere else. So but since those are in use, most probably those can be accessed via network. So if it's accessible via network, we can configure them via network. So when we configuring a device via network, we can use telnet or SSH, but telnet is not a secure medium, so like it's not encrypted, so it's not encouraged, but SSH is encrypted, so we always use that SSH to configure these networks. So to configure some devices SSH, we have to configure it to a network and assign IP address, and there's some procedures to be done. So that part I'll explain in a later video. So just for now, you can understand that we can configure this network gear, such as switch, router or something, via using a console cable or via network such as telnet or SSH. But most of the times we will be doing it using this CLI tab. Here you can do anything same as you doing via this console cable connection. So that's it for this video. Thank you.